All right. Welcome to my first ever live streaming. I think it's working. I'm going to look on my phone and make sure that I can hear myself, which is going to sound weird for a split second. See if anybody joins me. If not, it's okay. So there's a delay. Oh, okay. You can hear me. All right, let me get out of this. I'm going to give it 2 more minutes, see if anybody joins us. Maybe people will join us later. Maybe no one will join us. I know some people will probably watch this and you'll probably look at it tomorrow. So we'll just hang out for a minute there. I will start by showing the only large format pattern that she sent. It's Vogue. And I hope you guys can see this. It is some type of a toy bunny rabbit pattern. And I'm looking for a date. And I don't see a date on it. But it was only $3 when it was originally purchased. And it's a Vogue pattern, which makes me think that it's really, really old because, come on, anybody who buys Vogue patterns knows that there hasn't been a $3 Vogue pattern in years. And it's interesting. It's kind of cut, but only a couple pieces are cut. So anyway, that is the only large format pattern that she sent me. And, but I'll take it. Hey, who knows? Somebody might want it. I hate it, but I have to throw the patterns on the floor because I don't have any place else to put them. So, all right, first pattern, size 14, Butterick. Look at that. So I'm thinking that this is, I'm going to switch glasses because I can put my readers on. By the way, those giant bruises you see on me, I'm fine. No one beats me. It's from my neighbor's dog, who's always so happy to see me that when she sees me, she like freaks out and jumps on me. All right, Butterick, you don't put your dates on your patterns? Give me a break. All right, I'm looking at it though, and I got to be honest, I'm thinking late 70s, early 80s. So, and that feels factory folded. The reason I say that is because when I was counting these, I could feel that some of them were like thicker and some were really thin. And it's been my experience that when they're really thin, that they're still factory folded. So here's another one. Trying to make sure I get, there we go. Simplicity. It's cute. It's kind of a wardrober. I guess it does. Here's the line drawings. It comes with the pattern for a tube top, which seems strange, but it is gathered around the top. We have a date on this one. This one is 1981. Yeah, that looks like it. This one, I love the name of this. Tie on, the ruffled sundress. And it is indeed, these are crazy line drawings. Look at these line drawings. Hold on, let me flip this in here. Oh, this one's factory folded. Look at the line drawings. It's just big pieces of fabric sewn together. And then I guess you tie it on. And again, with the no dates on these. But I'm thinking 80s, especially because look at her perm. That's a very 80s look. This was kind of interesting. It's a home decor pattern, kind of unusual, definitely vintage. Also feels factory folded, really, really feels thin. And again, no date, but I'm also thinking, oh no, I'm sorry, 1973. There we go, guys, 1973. Oh, apparently this is Gail's pattern. I'm not sure why Gail wanted a men's shirt, but the woman who I bought these from told me she was downsizing and that she had been a seamstress and she was downsizing. And I had asked her how many of the patterns were unused? And she said about 90%. And I can tell already that's not actually true. Because when I was counting them, like I said, I felt a bunch of them that were really thick, which means that they were used and then she tried to stuff them back in the envelope, which never works. It's like folding mat, right? But this is interesting. I love the fact that the guy's got like the porn stash, the one guy over there. So that's interesting. And this one is kind of cute. And by the way, her name was Pamela. That's why her name's on a lot of these. This is the shirt and the wrap skirt. This is like actually really cute. Back in the day, I would have totally made this pattern back in the day. Again, no date, but I'm thinking early 80s, just based on the hair, late 70s, early 80s, the hair, everything. Ooh. Thick. Wow. Okay. The funny thing is these are kind of back in style again. Like, I know this is early 80s, probably mid 80s, based on the hair, but these are kind of back in style again. There's something just like this being sold at Target, which kind of cracks me up. So I guess it's cottagecore. And there's the line drawings. That's really funny to me. By the way, most of these are a 14 or a 12. A couple of them are listed as like medium. Like this one here is a perfect example. This pattern here. And here's the line drawing. And it's listed as a medium. So a medium, and it's a Mrs. size. So a medium on here was a 14-16. But in those days, a 14-16 was a bust of 36 for the 14 and a bust of 38 for the 16, which is not what we got going on today. With even the pattern sizing isn't that anymore. Oh, this pattern. Okay, when I saw this pattern, my immediate thought was the guy in the apron is saying to some woman, really, I didn't put anything in your drink. It's just Coke. Doesn't he look like, yeah, he would roofie you on your first date? So this is a craft pattern for Christmas, obviously. Little green and red going on there. And, ooh, not to skip a beat, here we go. Another Christmas craft pattern. And this is, what is this? This is the stockings, a wreath, a teddy bear. It's kind of one-stop shopping for your Christmas decor. Oh, and if you don't like Christmas, how do you feel about cows? Yeah, a decorative cow for your kitchen. This stuff is so crazy to me. Like, I know this is 80s because I remember when all of this stuff was in the stores and everywhere else. I'm looking for a date. No date again. Like, why don't they put dates on their patterns? Oh, no, here we go. I'm sorry. Here it is. 1985. Okay, and then this one, some of these patterns are so super cute. Like, look at this. So cute. Then here's the line drawings for it. This is another one, I'm going to say late 70s, early 80s, because this would have been when I was finishing grade school and starting high school, and earth tones were in, man. They were really in. There's another one. Basic jacket. See that there's the line drawing. It's actually a really nice classic jacket. Oh, and it's a Palmer plush, which I've talked about before. They're the ones that have the individual directions that show you how to alter your patterns. They actually have an entire page in the directions that's dedicated to how to alter patterns. So if you're learning to alter, they're kind of good patterns to buy if if it's the choice between them and just somebody else's shirt pattern, they're really great. Oh, wow. Here's a little cottagecore for you ladies. Ooh, look at that, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh, look, see the square? It comes with the babushka. Speaking of, for any of you who watched my Redbird vintage unboxing today, this is the Philadelphia scarf. It's so hot here still. For 7 o'clock at night, I'm still like schwitzing over here. This lovely thing. I got this nightgown and a pink one that has sleeves with the same kind of decorative lacy stuff up here at Goodwill back in like February for like $2.99 each. And they are so nice. They're just such like a slip of cotton. They're so thin. Oh, okay. I hate to date myself, but see that hair? That is literally the way I wore my hair for most of the early 80s, including when I graduated from high school. I was very into Annie Lennox. I really loved Annie Lennox. I still do. And so I really like to emulate her. And then here's the line drawings for that. Oh, and look at this hip couple. Look at them. Their baseball t-shirts. Yeah. Do you think they're still married? Yeah, I doubt it. Oh, and these are only the men's sizes. That's funny. This is a men's size 38. So this doesn't even, I guess the women's shirt isn't even in here. Okay, this next one is looking very Dynasty. In fact, look at the model. The model even looks like Linda Gray from Dynasty. That's funny. Very much a like Nolan Miller kind of ripoff. Oh, those were the days. Oh, look at this. The Maxi Skirt. So pretty. Kind of cool. This is a kind of cool detail. Can you guys see the yoke right there? That's pretty awesome. Okay. Wow. Where was this last winter, last year during lockdown when I desperately needed a caftan? I haven't found these yet. So lovely caftan pattern, size 14. And it's apparently a beautiful caftan. Oh, another polymer and plush pattern. Here we go for trousers and a straight skirt. And I guess, oh yeah, for jeans. This is actually a pattern for jeans and a jean skirt. If you look at the line drawings on the back, you can see the pockets and all the other detail. And another Christmas pattern because I don't have enough apparently. And this has, see this, I'm wondering if that has a transfer for you to monogram your stuff. Ooh, this is kind of cool. And it is just the jacket, not the pants. Very cool. Another classic jacket. Look at that. Also with a very kind of, sorry, I'll hold it over here. A very Dynasty kind of flair, size 14. Most of these are size 14. Oh, look at this. Oh, takes me back, straight back to the 80s. Okay, this one I saw when I was counting, and I'm so happy that it is factory folded. This one's new, never used. Okay, quick history lesson. This is a Willie Smith pattern. Willie Smith was an African-American designer from Philadelphia. He became very popular in the early 1980s. He died in the late 80s of AIDS. He was out and just really was climbing kind of the ladder as a designer. After he died, his label did continue, I think, into the very early 90s, and then I don't believe it exists in any form anymore. But this really took me back because in Philadelphia, he was a native son. He was the local boy made good. So a lot of stores would feature his clothes, like Macy's, and there was a store called Gimbel's and Wanamaker's, which was a big department store, and they would feature Willie Smith clothing. I owned a Willie Smith skirt that was one of my favorite possessions. It was black and camel houndstooth. It was full length, and it was 100% virgin wool and fully lined, and I loved that sucker. It was so beautiful. His styles were very classic, but then he would always add some flair to them to make them a little bit less stodgy, I guess would be the right word. Oh, aw, this is so cute. Look at this one. Jammies. Another caftan too. Like, again, where was this during COVID lockdown when I really didn't ever get out of my bathrobe? A wrap skirt and a very long tunic blouse, according to the line drawing, or I guess one of them is just a dress. Oh, also factory folded. All right, so I take it back. There's, it's possibility 90% of these are unused. I don't know who Jane Tease is. Probably could have looked it up. Probably could have done some research. Didn't do any research. Very cottagecore. Not my thing. Again, not my thing. Here's another designer. I don't know who John Kloss is. No idea. But this is like, see the line drawings? This is like a whole terry cloth summer beach wardrobe, I guess. Wow, it's all terry cloth. Every single thing pictured there is terry cloth. In fact, I think the only thing that's not actually part of this seems to be, oh no, the shirt is part of it too. So, more Dynasty. You know, it's just all Dynasty all the time. Look at that. Man. Here's the line drawings on the back. Another size 14. Aw. This is cute, actually. This is just the skirt. I'm looking at the line drawing in the back, and it's just the skirt. And, you know, it's got to be old because it was 99 cents. Let me see if I can find a date on this one. Come on. What is it with Butterick? How come Butterick doesn't put dates on their patterns? What is that all about? But I'm going to say mid-80s because I actually had a skirt really similar to this. That was like a lightweight. It was more Cambry than denim, but okay, cottagecore girls. Here we go. Look at that. And it is all those pieces, including the semi-corseted looking. They're just darts, but it reminds me of like a chemise. Ooh, wow. The country bedroom. And it's super shiny. This feels weird. Let's investigate this because this one feels super duper weird. Hold on. Oh. Okay, it's like a brochure with some fabric suggestions. And then, oh, look, it's individual cards that talk you through designing. Okay, that's kind of cool. Who knew? I didn't know that they ever did anything like this. I was busy making clothes, so I didn't realize that Simplicity was doing this. So that's the first pile. And I'm just putting them on the floor over here, and I'm just going to grab another handful, and we're going to keep going. But I have to be oh so careful because the envelopes are like, therein lies the problem. The envelopes are like crusty, you know, because they're so old. Oh, there's some good stuff in here. All right. Let's divide these up. You like the way I say we, but I'm actually the only person doing this at this point. Oh my gosh, more creepy doll patterns. Okay, we'll get to those. Okay, so here is pants, short shorts, Bermudas, and capris. There's your line drawing on the back. These are a size 12 with a 26.5-inch waist. So this is a Mrs. size, which explains why everybody looks so thin on that. This is super. Oh, it's a Marie Osmond pattern. Who knew? Wow, I did not know that Marie Osmond had a pattern line. And it's just the skirt. There's the line drawing. And let's see if we can get a close-up of Marie. This, oh yeah, she's, look how young she is. This is, I'm assuming, the heyday of the Donnie and Marie show. Come on. Wow. They're so old and crusty. It's so sad. Okay, so let's see if we can get Marie's picture here. Can we see? Look at Marie. Ooh, look how young she was. Yeah, that's the heyday of the Donnie and Marie show, definitely. All right, and you know, you just gotta love, what is this? 1974. It's like creepy, like they kind of remind me of the Amish dolls, except the Amish dolls don't have faces. And I'm not sure why they're so surprised but they're very surprised. Yeah, and they're 20 inches tall. Oh, and they come with a transfer for face. Okay, I'll have to see if that pattern's complete. And this is a size 16. Let's see what a size 16 was back in those days. A size 16 was a 38 bust still, but a really nice pattern. Mid-80s, definitely. All right, we're getting into some 70s. I'm seeing some bell bottoms there and some short shorts. Oh, what is this? This is a size 14 with a 36-inch bust and a 28-inch waist. Oh, those were the days. I'm wondering, is the halter top? Oh my gosh, yes. The halter top is one of the patterns included. See the halter top on the end there? That's fabulous. Very 70s. Oh, look. It's practical and pretty, just like me. North floor, 55 inches. I have no idea what that means, but I'm wondering if she lengthened this for someone as like a prom gown or something like that. Oh, yeah. 90-minute fashion. I remember these. Mid-80s. I actually had a dress just like this in black that I wore a lot in the mid-80s. I wore it out, basically. More 70s, guys. Late 70s, very early 80s. Cute, though, right? Very cute. Sew and go. The pretty peasant blouse. 2 pieces. Nice. 2 pieces and I guess a piece of elastic. Ooh, a designer pattern. Kenzo, I do know. I've heard of Kenzo. And these are apparently, let's look at the line drawings. Oh, so these are jeans, a shirt, and a vest. And I have heard of Kenzo. Size 12. Okay, seriously, the first thing I think of when I look at this is like, remember the Addicted to Love video? Doesn't she look like she's one of the models from that? So this is just the skirt. And yeah, just really basic pattern. Their size 16 is, what's their size 16? Still like so small. The size 16 is still, the waist is 30 inches. It's like, you know. All right. See, this one does not feel factory folded, but very pretty. Mid-80s. Oh, another designer pattern, guys. Look. It's a Liz Claiborne pattern. For the dress, long sleeve or short sleeve. I kind of remember this kind of look, too, that Liz Claiborne was doing back in the 80s. And a little more casual, late 70s, early 80s. Look, see, here's the problem with the pattern. I have to be so careful because they're so crunchy. So this is everything. The pants, the tunics, the skirt, and the long tunic as a dress. Okay, this is scary. I know, don't all message me that you want this pattern, okay? It's not enough to go around. Let me see. And does it actually have it for the kids too? Could you imagine? Could you imagine your mom and dad dress like this and then they dress you up too? It's like, oh yeah, it does. It has everybody's pattern is in here. It has the pattern for the hair. That's nuts. Wow. That's kind of crazy. Here we go. This is, oh, wow. This is apparently the incredibly short and the wrap skirt. There's the short shorts and the wrap skirt. Yeah, wow. I don't know who Krizia is, but I have a feeling that they hung out at Studio 54. Just between you and me, I'm pretty sure they were there making the scene. Oh, another designer pattern. Here we go. Look at this. Jones, New York. Actually looks like Jones, New York too, right? It really does. It's nice. Nice basic pattern. I would have actually worn some of this stuff probably in the 80s because, see that skirt? Can you see that front pleat in that skirt? To me, this is very 80s does 40s, you know? And actually, come to think of it, Jones New York really did do a lot of like 80s does 40s kind of style back in the day. We have another one by John Class. Okay, seriously, I'm going to have to Google John Class because I've never heard of this designer. But apparently he, his medium was apparently terry cloth. Oh, it actually says select a knit on it. So he must have been one of the first designers that started to make patterns for sergers and for knit fabrics. Okay, I have to tell you, when I was counting them, I saw this dress and I immediately thought, now Voyager. Remember the scene with the, she has the camellia flower here, the white one, and she's wearing the black dress. That's what I thought of. I was like, yep, now Voyager. I hope this is factory folded. It's been used. It's a shame. Isn't that a beautiful dress? Oh, Vogue. You do me in, Vogue. Oh boy. Sexy, sexy. Look at this. Now I'm trying to figure out, no, this is underwear. This is not meant to be worn out. Even that you really could wear these. I mean, look at this one. You could totally wear that out, right? Size 12, bust 34. This is in excellent shape. This is factory folded. So this is a new pattern. Oh, more 80s. She did warn me that the majority of her, she said 60s, 70s, 80s, some modern patterns. I've yet to see any modern patterns, but that's okay. Fast and easy. Oh, and another one. Wow. Man, we loved the prairie silhouette back in the 70s, didn't we? Look at that. Just huge, like more caftans. It's cool though, man. 2020 was the year of the house dress. I actually think this is so cute. I kind of wish this was my size. This is cut. I can feel it. It's like all bunched up, right? But so cute. But it's not. It's the old style 14, so it's only a 36 bust. And then this, I saw this and was like, what's cinnamon? I've never heard of cinnamon patterns. Has anybody heard of cinnamon patterns? Because I haven't. But it's for it's a wardrober, so it's for the shirt, the skirt, and the pants. And ooh, this one might actually have a date. 1976. But I don't know what cinnamon is. So if you know, put it in the comments because, well, nobody's here. But later, if you guys come back later or whatever. This is cute. I thought this was funny because it said make it tonight, wear it tomorrow. And I believe, wasn't it McCall's that also does the walkaway dress? The dress that you can start in the morning and then walk away to lunch in, right? Wasn't that the whole shtick with the walkaway dress? Oh, another make it tonight, wear it tomorrow. Oh, this is kind of cute. This is actually very cute. Look at this green one. A lot of dress patterns. I noticed that. When I was counting them, I was noticing there were a ton of dress patterns. And, I mean, she did say she was a seamstress for a long time. And, you know, based on what we're looking at, I can kind of tell that she must have been most active as a seamstress. Ooh, look at that pattern. She must have been most active as a seamstress in the 70s and into the 80s, because that's really the majority of the patterns that I noticed when I was counting them. Because I didn't really look at them. I was just kind of looking, just counting them. Okay, so here's a gunny sack ripoff. I knew we'd have at least one in here. Cute though. Two separate pieces, two separate length skirts. There's the line drawing on the back. This is just, look at this. It's definitely been used. I can feel it. It's all kind of, you know, I mean, look at the back, but can you see the line drawings? And it's just the graphics. The graphics on stuff like this is what really gets me, like how crazy the graphics are. And super simple. Pajamas. Kind of cute. Oh, this might be factory folded. Feels very thin. Okay, seriously. What is up with the Christmas stuff? Like, wow. I mean, kind of funky and weird, but still. It's like the singing ladies, and it's the Midsummer Christmas movie. Midsummer 2. And the bears. We got some bears. And that's all it is. It's just basic patterns for the bears. Okay. Oh, this is so beige. Such a beige kind of life back then. But those shoulder pads are rocking it. She's rocking them shoulder pads. Ooh. Wow, I wonder if this is for... Oh, this is for everything. Wow. It's for the peacoat and the slightly billed jeans or pants. They're calling them pants. Wow. Yeah, groovy. Oh, and damn. Mary Mcfadden. Okay, so Mary Mcfadden was a designer that was very big in the 80s and the 70s, actually. And the interesting thing about it, if you look at this, it's almost more like a Laura Ashley look. But Mary Mcfadden, Laura Ashley, all those drop waist stuff, they were all doing the ode to the 20s with the drop waisted dresses. They were all kind of copying it. Oh my God, I can see my first modern pattern here. So these are pants and shorts. Very cute. Here's the line drawing on the back. This is my very first modern pattern. And look, it's a maternity pattern. And you know what? How much you want to bet Pam made this for her daughter or her daughter-in-law when she became pregnant? Because this pattern is very obviously modern. We're talking 2000s probably. Let me see if I can get a date on this one. Yeah, 2012. So that's kind of sweet when you think about it, right? Your mom or your mother-in-law is a seamstress and she makes you a maternity top. Very sweet. Another kind of cute dress, just a really basic, cute Peter Pan collar. Here's the line drawings. 2 lengths, 2 sleeve lengths. Oh my God. More creepy dolls, but look, it's a famous creepy doll. It's Holly Hobby. Does not feel factory folded. No, it's not. It's been cut, but look at the dead-eyed look on the doll. Oh, yeah. I would not sleep with that in my room. This is cute. I had a very similar top back in the 80s. That's how I know it's the 80s. Here's the line drawing. Oh, and you know, it's funny. I saw this one and I was like, is this a shirt dress? But it's not. It's what used to be known as a 2-piece dress, which I don't see anymore. Nobody's here at all. But later, if people watch this, comment if you have ever seen 2-piece dresses recently. They used to be such a great thing because, see, this isn't a dress. It's 2 pieces, but they're the same fabric. So when you put them together, they make a dress. But you can wear them separately. You could wear this skirt with a white blouse. You could wear this with like a denim skirt, you know, whatever. Or like she's doing it here with the pants. By the way, this pattern is for, there's the line drawing. It is for the shirt, the skirt, and the pants. But I always wondered, like, why did we stop seeing 2-piece dresses on the market? Because they're awesome, right? Never got that. Another wardrober. All the pieces are on the bottom. It's funny. It's interesting to look at these because a lot of these are very summer themed. And yeah, it's still 1,000 degrees in New Jersey, which is why I'm wearing something so sleeveless. Oh, and by the way, this from my neighbor's dog. I don't know if I already told. Oh, I did tell you guys that. Yeah. Even though there's nobody actually here, I'm talking to myself. My neighbors probably think I'm crazy. This is another very, very kind of dynasty inspired. And it's literally every single piece that you see here is there, including kind of an evening gown kind of view there. Another wardrober that's got that full-on summer vibe going. Oh, and this is a Mrs. stretch top. So this was made for teens. Absolutely. And here it's literally all the tops on the back. This has got to be late 70s. This looks like something yep, 78. That one actually has a date. I guess McCall's puts the dates on their patterns, but Butterick doesn't. Very basic shirt. Early 80s. Wow. Okay. A bathing suit pattern by Gil Umbe. It is, according to the line drawings, the shirt and the bathing suit, which is amazing because I don't know. Bathing suits are one of those things I would just go buy it. I would never actually, make a bathing suit. Robe, pants, pajamas, top, the whole deal. Trying to see if it is, let me see. Does it have anything? Size. Size small. So I guess it does not include the one for the little girls, but for the older girls, obviously. Another kind of mid-80s dynasty-inspired basic wardrober kind of shirt. It's interesting when I see patterns like this in the 80s because really that's when women started to really go back to work more than they had ever gone before. And it was a big thing. Like if you've ever seen the movie Working Girl, like, right? Okay. Here's the Working Girl shirt, right? I'm really sure somebody had this shirt on. In fact, I think Melanie Griffith did have this shirt on in Working Girl, right? Okay, another John Closs. So I'm going to have to look him up now because I've never heard of this guy. This does not seem to be made of terry cloth, though. This, and here's the line drawing on the back. This seems to be made of something. Let me see. Does it actually have let's see the suggestions. Okay, yeah. For this one, he's saying crepe, satin, crepe de chine. Okay, he does say jersey though. Don't know who Belle France is, but there's her pattern in all its glory. I've never heard of Belle France, but man, that hair. The higher the hair, the closer to Jesus. And another one of these. And the model looks suspiciously familiar, which is kind of an interesting thing. Okay, so this really isn't taking as long as I thought it would. I'm looking at this. Oh, speaking of suspiciously familiar looking models. Wait till you see what I just grabbed. It's Brooke. As in, nothing comes between me and my Calvin's Brooke. Oh, and this one's definitely used. Look, she's got all the writing on it. Wow. So this is very cottagecore, very like Gunny Sacks ripoff. But wow. Brooke Shields. So we've had Marie Osmond and Brooke Shields so far. Oh, yeah. This has got to be early 90s. Yes, it is. No, it's 1985. Looks very 90s. Oh, wow. This next one is pretty. I kind of wish this was in my size. Palazzo pants and a blouse. That is like so pretty. Wow, guys, look at how pretty that one is. Man, that's a good one. shame, man. I would have to size up on this one. This is a 14. Oh my God. I'd have to size up so much on this one. That's a shame. That's really, really beautiful. Oh, well. I'm sorry. I just really think some of the men's patterns are funny. You know, if you wanted to make your husband a 3-piece suit, here's a... Oh, wait, it gets better. The men's patterns just got 100 times better with these babies, because back in the 80s and the 70s, men's shorts just could absolutely not, you know, be any shorter than this. Oh my gosh, there's actually people here. Let me answer real quick because, you know, I actually have an audience. That's what I really want out of life. Wait, it just got even better. Did you want to dress your kid like Elvis for Halloween? I happen to have that costume. Oh my God. And the line drawing is hot. Look at the line drawing. Come on. Who does a line drawing like that on their patterns? That is like, that's got to be illegal. And it comes with a cape. Oh my God. It comes with the cape. This is insane. What? I have to see what year this is. Oh, I have to see this. What is the year? Come on. Where's Simplicity got their year? That's the problem, is all the companies put their dates and stuff in different spots. So you look one pattern, it's one place. Can't find it. Oh no. 93. And then, yeah, as if that wasn't crazy. Here's I don't know. This is apparently way before Dark Knight, right? Because when did Batman look like this? I don't remember this. If you remember this, please comment, because this says 1989, and this is actually trademarked by DC Comics. So when did Schumacher do the Dark Knight? When did the Dark Knight comic book series? I can't remember, but Batman didn't look like this. Neither did little Batman over here. I don't know why this isn't Robin, but whatever. Whatevs. And I can feel that this pattern has been used, but seriously, don't worry about getting lost in a snowstorm. We'll find you. Yes, you absolutely will. If, you know, you're wearing lime green. There's the line drawings. Wow. And I have to tell you, if you've ever sewn with these types of materials, they are a pain in the ass to sew with. So God bless Pamela. She was able to do it. Oh, God. I'm just going to pull out a couple more. All right. So that's the end of the box. So we're just going to keep plowing through with. Okay. I'm starting to think that our girl Pam had a thing for Christmas, because here's another one. It's not exactly Christmas. It's subtle, right? There's a pineapple here, but really? Actually, is this pattern only for the pineapple? No, it's both. It's the wreath and the pineapple. I think the pineapple's a placemat. All right. Yeah, you know what? It does look like the Adam West Batman, except was he wearing gray? What color was he wearing? It was so long ago. I just, you know, when I remember Batman, I think of the Dark Knight, you know, when Schumacher started the series, and like, you know, Batman became like this dark figure. He wasn't doing the bat dance, like, you know. All right. So here's a cute top, which unfortunately also would not fit me, but is super cute. Another mid-80s, wonder of the mid-80s. Oh, here we go. This feels factory folded, which is kind of nice. It's like Little House on the Prairie for bedtime, basically. And it's the whole shebang. There's the line. There's the line drawings. It's the shirt. It's the long, long gown and the pants. Oh, and these, I believe those are called gauchos. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that, yeah, these are gauchos, right? Anybody give a shout out whether these are gauchos or not? And apparently we're in the gaucho section of the patterns because, hey, there's another set of gauchos. And look, what are these called? Not knickers. They have a name, right? These have a name. Can't remember what these are called. And then these are also gauchos. Oh. Yeah, you're absolutely right. In fact, we just cruised past the Brooke Shields pattern with her on it and the Brooke Shields line of patterns, which I never knew existed. I also didn't know that Marie Osmond had a pattern line. So, right, go figure. Yeah, I know what you're talking. Do you also, back in the day, for those of you who are younger, during the 70s, there were a bunch of movies about the 20s, including The Great Gatsby with Mia Farrow and Robert Redford. And like all of a sudden, the 70s started to do a lot of 20s fashion. You also saw a big jump in like deco furniture, deco fabrics, deco design, like all of it. It became really, really popular for a while. And Pretty Baby, which is, okay, seriously, if you watch Pretty Baby now, it's like, it's porn. Like it's basically child porn. I remember Brooke Shields and her mother getting a lot of flack for that movie when it came out, but it really is, it's really close to that borderline. And that was the Edwardian era and, all the petticoats and the underwear like that and everything. All right. So this is, they're calling it pajamas, but it's funny. I remember joggers that kind of look like this. They didn't have the ruffle at the bottom, but they were like, this one here reminds me of a jogger, like a jogging outfit. Oh my God, this has feet. Oh, I hope this is factory folded. It is, because somebody's going to want this one. Pajamas with feet. And here we go again with the outerwear. Wow. And this one's an extra large. Not that I'd ever make myself a vest like this, because I wouldn't really want to deal with this, but yeah. God bless her that she sewed with this, because it's a pain in the butt. And again, we're more gauchos. I apparently hit the main vein of the gaucho section of the patterns. And again, I think these are just called knickers, right? Knickers, knickerbockers, something like that. They had some weird name like that. But these are culottes or gauchos, depending on who you speak to. Oh, and this includes the vest, because you wouldn't want to be caught dead without that vest. I'm surprised we haven't hit the vest patterns yet, because let's face it, if we're doing 80s and 70s, we're going to hit a vest at some point in time. Now, truth be told, I got to be honest, guys. These next two patterns are very reminiscent for me. This is basically the pattern that I wore to graduation when I was in junior high. I mean, it's almost exactly what I wore, except that I did not have it comes with a shawl. This is a dual size pattern. I don't know what that means. Okay, so it's got two sizes in the pattern. This, on the other hand, looks exactly like the prom dress that I made for my best friend when she went to the prom in the 80s. So yeah, it's kind of funny, but okay, yeah. I don't know who Carnage DiCarlo is, but you're absolutely right. If you look at a lot of the episodes of The Nanny, Fran is always wearing these huge sleeves. I don't know why Fran Drescher wanted, I don't remember what that was. I do remember in the early 90s, like everybody dressed kind of like Prince for a little bit. And then it kind of rolled into Austin Powers. And then for a while, everybody was dressing like Austin Powers. I don't know what we were doing. Because, we did a lot of drugs in the 80s and in the 90s, honestly. Let's be honest, all right? I'm not going to pull any punches here. I did a lot of drugs back in the day. All right, so we got more teddy bears. Speaking of drugs, we got more teddy bears. A lot of Christmas. I'd be very surprised to find out that Pamela was Jewish based on this pattern haul. Oh, and this is so cute. This is another one of these like super simple wrap skirts that basically is a giant piece of fabric with a band that goes around it. And the funny thing is these are great for summer. I mean, they are really great for summer. Okay. All right. Here's a designer who I don't know. I've never heard of this designer. Maddie of Lynn. Never heard of this person. So this is the top and the dress. And it's funny, this also has a very 1920s feel. Again, we went through that phase, especially see this here? Very 20s with the beret on the side. I'm telling you. Oh, wow. Okay, so here's another designer and another vest. And I've never heard of Jane Tees. Let me know if you've heard of Jane Tees, because I never have. But hey, man, if you need a vest. Oh, and this, wow. So this is a tennis outfit, and it comes with the panties. And it's funny to think that we wore so little clothing at one point in time. The cool thing about this is this also feels factory folded, and it is factory folded. And part of me thinks that you could actually make this into a bathing suit because it's so short. I mean, it's only really good for playing tennis. All right. Okay, so we have a family circle pattern. And this is cute because you know what? This is another example of what I was talking about earlier. Here's another 80s does 40s. That's a good question. Someone is asking me, why are they all for playing tennis? I don't know. I think it was like one of the only sports that people imagine women would play. Like, I can't imagine them doing a line drawing on a pattern of like a woman playing golf. I just don't think I've ever seen that until maybe the 90s, But yeah, this is cute. I mean, this is basically a play suit. It's very 80s does 40s. Sorry. It's so, the ones that are the shiny paper are so glary, but see, like, look at this. Very, very 80s does 40s. And this actually goes up to my size. So what was an 18 back in those days? Let's see. An 18 back in those days was a 40 bust. That's not bad. Not bad. And this one's factory folded. Oh, we're getting down to the bottom. So this cracked me up. This is not the shirt that I just made, but it really looks similar, right? It's another very easy Vogue pattern that looks quite like the shirt that I just did. So size 12. Okay. All right. I don't have any doll patterns for you, but look at this. We're just commenting about doll patterns. Now, here we go. No more doll patterns, but look at this stuffed animal pattern, right? It's like really kind of cute. And it's all these little animals. So it's a lion, a cat, another cat? Or is that an owl? I think he's supposed to be an owl. I think this guy's supposed to be an owl. And a rabbit. There you go. Oh my God. And what is... Oh. Okay, I'm sorry, but this shit creeps me out a little bit. It's a huggable Polly Pal. Oh, and it's again, the whole pattern. You make the entire doll, and then you make all her crap and the pillow that goes with her. Actually, I guess back in the day, this must have been a pretty sweet gift to get if you were like a little girl, right? That would have been pretty sweet to get that. Oh my, more costumes. But it's not Batman this time. It's colonial, I guess. I mean, these are pilgrims over here, but this is colonial, and this one over here is like a milkmaid. So I'm not sure what's going on with this. It's like a combination. I mean, look, she's got a Dutch hat on. Tell me the hat. Yes, the hat comes with the pattern. I kid you not. I can't make this shit up, right? But yeah, this is like, so we got like how many eras of America, except that I don't think we were ever conquered by the Dutch, right? I mean, this is the Pilgrims, colonial, a little more milkmaid, colonial kind of stuff over here, and the Dutch. So, don't know. All right. And more of these knickers. There we are again. Look. Another pretty solid pattern, though. And again, like I was saying earlier, you started to see a lot of patterns like these. I mean, wardrobers had been around, but you started to see like these really men's suit inspired stuff because women started to go back to work in huge numbers, much, much higher than had been since like the war, really, Oh, okay, so this is just a shirt pattern, but it's oddly revealing. Like, can you see this? How low cut those shirts are? That's kind of little risque there. And it's just two shirts, but yeah, like all of these women have their shirts basically open. I mean, look at that view right there. Like you can see side boob. And we go from side boob to it's hot outside. I'm just going to throw this on, like, but very cottagecore, right? It's very cottagecore. And the sad thing about this is I wish I could find fabric like this. It's so hard. It's so hard to find a bordered fabric. I know that for a while Gertie was making them through her website Charm, but they were expensive, man. And John Kloss. I feel like I'm being haunted by John Kloss. I have no idea who this guy is. I have to look up John Kloss now because I'm like, who is this guy? But again, look, bathing suit pattern. There's the line drawings, includes the bathing suit. Sure, all this it's made for moderate stretch knits. So more terry cloth. Oh, another Jones of New York pattern. A lot of plaid. I don't remember this much plaid in the 80s, but as a kid, I didn't graduate from high school till 83. Maybe I wasn't quite so into plaid. Actually, that's not true. I actually had a plaid skirt in high school. And another one of these, Maddie of Lynn, who is another designer I've never heard of. It's kind of cute. Basic wardrober. Oh, and hey, DeCarlo, look, we're going to play some more tennis. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's all they did in the 80s is just played tennis. Women played no other sports. They didn't need sportswear for anything except playing tennis, possibly squash. Not 100%, but there's the line drawings. Oh, and this one, look, this one actually has the monogram. See the pocket? It actually has tennis rackets on the monogram. Yeah, I'm trying to see if that's a transfer, but I don't see anything written on there. Oh my God. There's two. Like seriously, out of 114 patterns, would you actually expect that there would be two of these patterns? Wow. And this one, the last one was large and this one is medium. It's kind of scary. And I'm trying to figure out, look at the parents' faces. It's kind of freaky, isn't it? All right. Well, everybody who was one person, this was my first live stream. It worked. I'm going to take my glasses off. It worked. It was interesting. Not sure if I'll do it again. I'm assuming that some people might watch this later. I myself have done that. When I can't be at a live stream, I watch it later. So for the people who watch it later, if you like it, please subscribe and leave me some comments about some of your favorite patterns and your opinions about what decades they came from and why there were so many patterns that were tennis patterns. But yeah, until the next video, which I promise you guys it's going to be a video about sewing, because tomorrow afternoon I'm dedicating myself to cutting out some fabric for one of my shirt dresses, and I'm going to start working on a shirt dress. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Now I have to figure out how to stop my live stream. All right, have a great night. See you guys. Bye.